I'm going to break down step by step how I was able to take all of these clip art images and put them all together in the seamless scene just like this. If you don't know what to do with your clip art and you want to create seamless scenes just like I have here, you definitely want to watch this video because I'm going to break down step by step how I was able to take all of these clip art images and put them all together in the seamless scene just like this. The first thing you want to do is head over to ChatGPT and we're going to make sure we have that DALL-E extension. You'll go to Explore GPTs and you'll search in DALL-E. Once you search in the DALL-E, it's going to pop up. Here, you'll see the first one. It's like a color flywheel. And now you're going to add it, and it's going to be over here on your left-hand side. So now we're going to go into DALL-E. I already have the prompts geared up for you. And the first thing that I wanted to do is I want to actually create an illustration of just a pink and black chair. So now I'm just going to go back and forth because that's what I want to do. And we're just going to keep the same theme. Now, ChatGPT doesn't create the same images, so you'll see. And also, I forgot, you want to make sure that it's also in a white background. So let me actually redo this, and I'm going to say the background should be white only. And we'll make sure that it has a white background only. So this one is not bad because we can actually remove the background. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save these images. And I really like these as well. It's given like a very vintage look, so I like it. And you want to be careful with how fast you generate because I'm using a paid version, as you can see, but sometimes it times you out as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep going back and forth in between to, just grab these prompts. So if you're following along, let me know in the comments below and how your images are turning out. So you can actually do this in the free version as well, but there will be a limitation. So in absolutely, if you're getting value from this video, let me know and make sure you comment clip art below just so I can see who is following along. So let's see, we're going to do the couch. Ooh, I love the way this couch looks. It's a little cut off, but we'll go ahead and let it go. And then I'm just going to copy this. Well, no, actually, I'm going to go back and copy the prompt. And now we're going to have a bookshelf. And then I'm just going to copy it in. So the reason why I always have it at the end where it actually has a white background only is because I want to make sure that I'm actually not getting any type of, like colorful backgrounds because it just makes it a lot harder to remove. So I always add this at the end of my prompt. So I'm creating this next. So now we have the bookshelf because we want to create like a vintage, nice, elegant style type of room where you can actually go in and be cozy and relax. So these are actually fine, but I want it to be against the wall. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this again. Well, actually what I want to say is just say, please make sure it is front facing. So sometimes when you do front facing, it'll make sure that it's facing the front versus tilted because I want it to be positioned like it's on the back wall. But I do love like these endpoints on this one. So as you can see here, oh, this is nice too. Like if we add in a window, but here's a perfect one right here. So this one is the back is against the wall. So now we're going to go ahead and get that painting next. Okay. So, and then again, the background should be white only. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and now we're going to grab the last one, which is going to be what? Well, actually, I want to do some more. So I want to add in like a high-end table. So we're going to go ahead and add in of a black coffee end table. So we're going to add that in because I do want to add some of that stuff in. And then I want to add in of a plant in a black and pink pot. Okay, and this is nice as well. I probably would do like a different look for the table, so I'm gonna regenerate that for it to be something else. But before I do that, see, it's telling me that I'm generating images too quickly. So stand by. We back in business. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and regenerate this again. Because again, remember I told you about those timeout features, like we're going to regenerate that image again. And then I also want to do more of a luxury black coffee end table. So let's just do, instead of an end table, let's just do of a luxury. So the keywords is just super, super important. Okay, so I like these plans. These came out really good. Okay, and then we're going to do this one last prompt because this one is to seal the deal. Okay, yeah, I like this a lot better. I mean, it might be a little bit too luxury for the scene that we're going with, but we're going to let it rock out. So then I'm going to go ahead and add this in, and then I want her to, okay, so sitting down with, and let's just change it. So let's have her wearing black jeans this time with white socks on. And sometimes you're going to have issues with this, but we're going to let this prompt, but I'm going to save these two right here. And we're going to let this work its magic. Okay. So that's what I want to do. So now that we have everything together, we're going to have to bring all of these designs into Canva, which I'm going to show you in 1 second. Okay. So these are not too bad. She's a little cut off. So let's just do regenerate, regenerate, and make sure her full body and socks are showing. And I always like to add a little razzle dazzle in there. Like, do you understand? Because sometimes, like, ChatGPT just don't be getting it right. So, but this is still a nice picture, so I could still do a little something with it. But I love the way it came out. It still looks good. So we're going to regenerate that. So now what I want to do is I'm going to head over to Canva. And what I want to do, I want to go to home. So when I go to home, go to custom upload, what I would like to do is I'm just going to do 3000 by 3000 pixels. And I could turn this margin off. So if you go to settings and you hit show margins, it'll turn it off. And I'm just going to upload all of those new images. So let's just see. We're going to upload all of those new images that we just created inside of the Canva. So they're going to upload, and obviously we're not using all of them. You always want to make sure you have a name filing system. So I always create a folder for whatever the design is. So in this case, it'll be like a vintage pink and black clip art set. So that's what we'll do. So everything is uploaded inside. Looks like we're having some issues with some of the other ones, but we'll get back to it. So now I have all of those images in here, and I want to just go ahead and get to work. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to search for a floor. And so we'll use like a different kind of floor this time around. So we'll just use this for right now. So we'll use this. Well, you know what? I actually do not like that one. So let's see if we can find like a black floor. So let's just do like gray floor. If not, we could use the floor that we already had. But you want to make sure like the floor is flat like this. So we'll use this one here. So now we're going to do this, and we're just going to spread it out because we want it to be like a flat surface floor. And then we could do the background. So we'll do gray wallpaper. And that's the theme that we're going to go with. And then I'm going to have this here. And I'm just going to stretch this out. And this is perfect for me. So I'm going to leave this right here. And now what I want to start to do is I want to bring in my images. So once I start bringing in the images, I want to remove the background. So as you can see here, you're going to go to background remover. Anything with a crown in it, it is a pro version. So you always want to keep that in mind. It's a pro version if it has a background. And I am going to let it remove. So now what I want to do is, it didn't actually remove it the way I wanted it to. So let me see if I could, let me copy this. So sometimes when this happens, if I could go in and I'll just grab it. So let me do the magic grab. And let's just see if it'll let me just grab it right out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click over it. And no, so let's just go back inside of ChatGPT and let's just grab a whole nother bookshelf. So we'll just go ahead and recreate one. So no worries. Let's just recreate it. And we're just going to let it recreate. So in the meantime, I'm going to save this one. So this one is good. I would like her to be front facing. So let me grab this again because I do want it to be front facing. So this one is good. It's a little cut off, but how about we just go with this one for right now? And then I'm going to say she should be facing front. So I'm going to let this one generate here, and I'm going to go ahead and just upload the most recent file that we have. So we're just going to delete this one out here because it's not working right. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove this background because now it just has the full white background. And we're going to go ahead and upload this. So this is a different style of bookshelf, which is cool. I do like this one as well. So now we have that in the background, and you can kind of center it. And then what I want to do is I want to add in a chair. So the first thing I want to do is, let me think about what chair I want. I think I like this chair. So we'll remove the background for this one. We'll add in this one, and we'll also remove the background for here. So we're just waiting for the background to be removed. And look, you'll notice that it'll still be like this watercolor mark here. So what you could do is you could go into edit and then magic grab. And this one is going to be a lot easier, I promise you, to grab because it's much more recognizable. So I just want to just grab this part of it and let's see if it'll separate. So hold on, let's do this again. So we'll do magic grab. And I don't want this part here. So I want to unselect the part that I don't want. See, it's going to the background. So that's fine. So we'll just grab this whole thing just for now. And we'll also, let's grab one more so we can remove the background for this one. And we'll have all of these here so we could see which one we like the best. So this one doesn't have, this one still has some background in it. So I'm going to do, see if I could grab this one as well. So perfect. So we're going to just grab this, and it's just going to let us grab this chair, which is going to be awesome. So you might just use this one. So you see here how it just grabs it right out of the background. So we're going to use this one. So I love, the great thing about this chair is it could go anywhere. So we could put it here, we could put it here, and we could flip it. But you want to make sure you flip it after you remove the background, after you do your magic grab. Of course, you got to have the Canva Pro version for the magic grab. But look, once we flip it, now we could just go ahead and make sure you're eyeing it because you want the chair to be proportionate. You can have it like tucked away in the camera. And this chair actually goes well with this bookshelf type of vibe. So this is perfect. So now we have this chair here. And now, oh, I love this. I love this one here. So now we're going to go ahead and just bring in this image. So this one looks really good. Okay. And now we have this image coming in. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add a strip. So we're going to go to shapes, and you could pick this square here, and we're just going to add a strip, like a wall strip. So I'm just going to eye it, make it as small as possible. But you know how like you can see this separation in the wall, and we're just going to make it like this grayish color, and you're going to hit the position, and you're just going to move it backwards until it makes sense. So you don't want it to go all the way to the back, but you want it to go right here. And I also want to make sure my stripes are at the end of the wall. But I also want to get my photo frame. So let me go back in and make sure I grab my photo. So let's download this photo here. And then we want to download. I don't think these tables are going to go. So I'm going to do without the tables right now. So we're going to go ahead and download that picture frame. So I'm going to remove the background here, and you could switch out the picture frame, but I do want to give it that look to where it does have like, you know, pictures and, you know, graphics in the background. So we could put a picture right here, and I do want to grab those plants, so I'm gonna move this over because we want to make sure that the picture is in the background. And I'll show you how to make it look like a shadow in 1 second. So now we're gonna go back in and we're gonna grab these 2 plants because I do want these plants as well. So we're gonna go back, add in those plants because I do want some plants, and we could actually put those on the top of the shelf, which is really good. So let me see which one. Let's just see. I like this color better because you can see the pink is more on track. So we're gonna add this to the top and we'll just make it smaller. So, you know, that way we can see. So it's like right at the top of the shelf. And you can even duplicate this if you want to. So you can even duplicate this if you want to do that. And then of course, I always like to group it. So you can put the shift key up and you want to make sure you group it. So when you move this over, it now moves together. Okay. Okay, so now we have those plants inside the room. And then let's make sure that this is positioned the right way. So we're going to move this backwards because you saw that little piece that was poking out. And we want to make sure that this is positioned to the front, which it is. So this is perfect. And now we're going to bring in her, which is lovely. So we're going to do the background removal. So this is perfect. She is sitting on the floor. And since this is like a carpeted look, we can actually just leave her here. But if we want to actually bring in a rug, we could just type in rug. So we could actually type in a rug here and we could just bring in whatever type of rug that we want. I always like to make sure the rug matches. So I'm going to position this backwards just to see, you know, how this actually looks. So I do like the circle rug. But you could also do a longer style rug. So I'm going to duplicate this just to show you what the longer style rug would look like. And you could just look and you could type in like a vintage rug, whatever kind of rug you want, you can do. So we'll go ahead and just grab this rug right here. And then again, we're just going to position this backwards, make this slightly smaller. And you could also have this one as well. So I do like this rug as well. And now you have your scene done. So I want to be able to put it here. You could also have it to where if you wanted it to be more of a look with her, like kind of sitting in the chair, you could also do that as well. Now it has to fit in place. So you would do some adjusting to make sure. But, you know, people do sit up like this in a chair. But I'm not going to do that here, but just showing you some examples of what you could do. And now let's just go ahead and add the shadow. So when we go to edit, we're just going to go to shadow and we could do a glow feature, a drop feature, a car feature. You just have like a bunch of stuff that you could see. So you can see like this is kind of lifted. This is angled. So we'll just do a glow feature here and you could change like the color of the glow. So when you go to shadows here, you could change the color of the glow to like different colors. So we'll just make it like a darker color. And then here's the blur amount. So you can make it to where you could blur it out, bigger or smaller, and as well as the intensity. So I could turn the intensity up, which I did, so you could see like the shadow around it. And now you can move it. I just always want to make sure this part is centered. And then you have the chair here. And now you have this beautiful design ready to go. If you are looking for ways on how you could, what you could do with your clip art and how you could make extra income with this, I have put together only for this week, only a few spots on my calendar for you to book a free call with me. Just drop book below so that way I know that you are serious, because I'm going to send you my calendar to where we and you can talk and we can go over all of these different things, all of these challenges that you may be facing, and just learning more about what you could do with your clip art designs and how to put clip art designs together just like this so you can make income. So go ahead and drop book below. Thank you guys so much. And you all are awesome. In the next video, we're going to go over again, how you can make beautiful clip art sets just like this above.